This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You are watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Okay, so it appears, after watching the TalkSport podcast with the General Secretary of the British Boxing Board of Control, Robert Smith, that Matchroom have put in a request for Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn in February to take place at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which of course is in London. And the British Boxing Board of Control have rejected it. And the reason why they've rejected it is because while Conor Benn was cleared by the independent testing agency, or whatever it's called, they're not happy with it, which is why the British Boxing Board of Control and UKAD have appealed. Now, an appeal date, a hearing, is set for at some point in January. Now, since then, of course, you've got Conor Benn, Chris Eubank Jr. They're going back and forward at each other. They're very confident that the fight's going to happen in February. But of course, this does depend on the outcome of that appeal, right? But they've got to be pretty confident that those who cleared him will continue to clear him. Now, the issue that I have here is the British Boxing Board of Control. Use that word control. They have very little control, do they? Let's be honest about it. And they should. And this is what happens when you pass over these kind of situations to third parties like UKAD and whatever else. The British Boxing Board of Control should be the ones handing out punishments and investigating things, okay? Not passing the buck. But they haven't. Now, Conor Benn failed VADA, not UKAD. He passed UKAD. Listen, I'm not here to say he's innocent or guilty. I wouldn't know any more than what anybody else does. And yes, it's very easy to go, yeah, he's cleared because he's had an appeal and VADA cleared him, the WBC cleared him, and the independent agency cleared him, and whatever else. So yes, it's very easy to say that. And also it's very easy to say, no, he's definitely guilty because of this, and the other. Okay, truth is, everyone's guessing. Now, him failing VADA, he did not fail UKAD. He passed UKAD. And he failed VADA, and yet VADA have given him an alibi where them collectively with WBC, it appears that they used a consumption of eggs as being the reason as to why he failed. Now, with that said, whether you agree with that decision, whether you don't, it's neither here nor there. They are the authority on it, and they cleared him, okay? Or at least they gave him an alibi. Now, UKAD, with Conor Benn passing UKAD, what's it got to do with UKAD? What's it got to do with the British Boxing Board of Control? And the only way I can come up with some kind of comparison, and it's not a very good one, granted, but you know what, it's a comparison nonetheless. I have a British driving license, okay? So I can drive various vehicles in the UK. Now, of course, that would mean that I can also use my license to drive other vehicles in and around Europe and whatever else. But of course, in some parts of the world, maybe in America, I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe my license is not good enough if I want to drive one of their big camper van wagons, if you like. I forget what they call it, like a mobile home kind of thing, where one day I want to go, you know what, I won't mind going over to Nevada, to the UFO High Street, or going up and down Route 66. I want to take in the American highway, okay? I want to take in the country, all right? But America, they go, okay, so you've got a British license, that's cool, but we need you to prove that you're capable of driving one of these big RV kind of things, all right? I fail. Oh, well, you can't drive that. All right, okay, cool. But you know what? Actually, after looking at it, you did okay in the test. You didn't quite come out with flying colours, but you know what? Yeah, that's fine. Then the DVLA here in the UK find out about it and go, no, actually, I'll tell you what, we're going to take away your British driving licence because there was an issue with you trying to drive this RV in America with one of their tests. My argument would be, but I'm driving in the UK, and when I drive in the UK, guess what? I'm driving the vehicles that I'm allowed to drive in the UK. So what's it got to do with you? No, sorry about that. No, we're going to appeal it. We're not happy about it. We're going to remove your licence. That's the only way I can kind of come up with it, because that's what it seems to be. Because the British Boxing Board of Control licence that Conor Benn has shouldn't even be affected. Unless, of course, he got a ban from the WBC and VADA, okay, fair dues. But he didn't. So what's it got to do with UKAD? What's it got to do with the British Boxing Board of Control? That's my issue. I'm not here to defend him. I'm not here to put him down either. I wouldn't know one way or another. Okay, I don't know the fella. I don't know what his kind of character is, and even so, good characters don't mean that they can't cheat or won't cheat, does it? I wouldn't know. But the fact is that he passed UCAD. And for the British Box Board of Control to go, well, we don't care that the WBC and VADA, most importantly, done their test and cleared him. We don't care that this independent agency, whatever, cleared him. We're not happy about that. And Conor Benn goes, but I've passed your UCAD. What's it got to do with you? No, we're not happy about it. We're going to appeal it. But yet they don't hold the same energy for anybody else, do they? That's what I'm saying. They have no control. I said, listen, I don't know if Conor Benn's guilty or innocent. I wouldn't know. I'm not saying the British Box Board of Control are wrong in this situation. Again, I wouldn't know. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense whatsoever for them to reject a February date when Conor Benn has gone through everything. Now, granted, okay, Conor Benn could have went through this situation a long, long time ago, okay, but he dug his heels in. He felt that there was a conspiracy against him, and the British Box Board of Control were at the head of that. Well, he's kind of proving right, isn't he? He is proving right, because quite clearly the British Box Board of Control do not want him to box. I said, I'm not saying they're wrong on this one. I'm not saying that they're wrong. But currently, he's passed all of UCAD. He's gone through the appeals. He's got his licence. Or, well, I say he's got his licence. He should have his licence, but he doesn't have his licence because they don't want to give it to him for reasons only they really know. And I know it's a difficult situation for people to truly give a honest opinion on everything. Well, anybody can give an opinion, and that's all it's going to be. It's just an opinion because you and I are not involved in the process. But it just seems very, very bizarre that he passed VADA. No, sorry, he failed VADA. VADA cleared him. He passed UCAD, but yet UCAD are the ones trying to throw the book at him. It's ridiculous. I mean, quite clearly, there's a problem with the testing with UCAD, then, isn't it? Because guess what? You didn't catch him. And if you didn't catch him, unlucky. All right? Unlucky. My thoughts, drop me yours, click on the subscribe, catch you next video.